Hello, who are you and where are you from?
Well, I'm Steve Kaspar. I'm originated in Northern County from here, Humboldt County, Scotia, a lumber town.
And where are we now?
This is the lumber town south of here, and there in Mendocino County. It's Fort Bragg, and it's don't have a mill any longer, which is fine with most folks, but it is changing its ways on account of that, losing over 1,000 jobs about 10 years ago.
And well, you stopped me on the road. I was riding on Highway 1 here, and you saw the "Tell Me a Story" sign, and you told me a little bit about your past. You've kayaked long distances between here and San Francisco. You were a steel worker. You were
iron worker.
Iron worker.
Steel workers work in the mills.
You were an iron worker.
I'm a field iron worker. Yeah.
And you've worked a lot outside. Has the weather changed? Has the climate changed much since you were a kid?
Well, we've had, real dry spells and not too many wet spells such as we're having now. But I'm somewhat accustomed to this wet spells because when I was a kid, we had a really wet winter in '64 that washed away a lot of homes and bridges, and was 10 feet over the main highway. In '64, there was a flood up in Humboldt County, the Eel River, and so I'm accustomed to foggy, rainy weather, although I prefer it otherwise.
And so, on an everyday basis, let's say on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most concerned, do you think about climate, and are you very concerned?
Well, yes, I am concerned. It's about, I have being a retired pensioner, and well housed, my real concerns are minimal, but the main concern I have is a lack of leadership and action. And as Greta Thunberg has eloquently said, it's blah, blah, blah. Nothing happens. We have the oil industry is absolutely the main game in this world, and it's still the driving force. And I belong to a trade of ironworkers, and we rehab a number of refineries in the Bay Area, and it's all they employ a great number of us at times, and it's bread and butter. But the oil, I understand there's new leases sold off in the Arctic, and it's just blah blah blah. Nothing changes with the. I'm a fossil fuel man. I have 4 motorcycles and 2 Toyota trucks. I bicycle I use them as infrequently as possible.
And you were saying even the Biden administration has caved on.
Yes, it seems. I'm sure it's reluctance on his part, but he's like, we are absolutely, it's completely in our veins. This petroleum product is to operate all mechanisms. His infrastructure project is going to require an awesome amount of diesel engines and moving equipment, and it's like could utterly cancel out any progress, whatever.
On a scale of 1 to 10, would you say you're close? Where would you put yourself?
To be honest and darkly so, I would say I'm a 3 or 4 on the pessimistic side.
Oh, I see. But at 10 being most concerned.
Well, the thing is, I'm at 70, and I've, just got, let's see, hope for a couple more decades, and it's like, all I have to do is not make trouble for my easy street. I don't know how to participate other than demonstrate the glory of paddling my numerous paddlecraft or cycling around in this this wonderful seacoast situation I'm at.
And then lastly, are you optimistic or pessimistic about the future, and what can we do about it?
This planet is incredibly sturdy, and we seem to be the biggest problem on it, this Anthropocene that's occurring. And I am, you know, it's really tough being an animal, and you know, we're like, react as though we're the only species on Earth, you know, and it's a dreadful state. People are reluctant to even roll down the windows on their automobiles for contact with the world.
So you're pessimistic about the future?
Yes, for the future of the planet as a whole. You know, if those that have their ways, and the electronic tech industry is its insidious plans to develop the robotic overlords and have electronics take over everything, quantum wise.
Mm-hmm. So very good. We'll talk today on the April 1st of 2023 here in Fort Bragg, Northern California. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry not to paint a bright picture, but that's what the media is trying to do, and it's a shame they've dropped the ball with keeping people's eye on this omnipotent ball of climate problem.
Oh, so you think the focus should be more on climate, though, and maybe the leadership would.
Well, yes. Now that we have Putin obliterating all sensible plans, it's really it's a tough one. I feel almost silly that I'm, you know, fully funded just for waking up, and there's not much I can do besides take to my bicycle and walk my dog and talk to strangers about it.
Well, thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Sure.